Hello, all you beautiful people. It's your girl, Amy Rashawn. Today, we're talking about criminal justice and the laws that have changed around it. So, I want to tell you guys in California, they have new laws. One is surrounding law enforcement and how they have to honor gun violence restraining orders that was issued in another state. This is big. This is big because there are a lot of people that flee from different state to states when they get in trouble. And so their record does not follow them state to state. And so California has implemented this to protect others. So there's less gun violence, especially those who already had a restraining order against a person. Another thing that has changed in California is that a sentence for probation for misdemeanors has a maximum of 1 year. That's big as well. And then the felony is a maximum probation of 2 years. I'm sure that's totally big for a lot of you. There are some stupid charges out there to where people are on probation for 5 years for something that they probably didn't do or something minimal, and other people get off. So I think they're trying to even the playing field, as well as look at other things like mental health and disparities in different communities. The next thing that has changed in California is California's juvenile justice correction centers will stop taking new inmates on July 1st, 2021, as the state begins to transition responsibility to youth offenders in individual counties. I'm not sure if this is going to be big or small. I do think that some teens do deserve second chances. Putting a kid away for life when they stole a bike or something. I mean, I'm sure that's not. Well, I'll take it back. There are some stupid charges out there, and the book has been thrown at them, or it's their third strike. They stole a bike, and now they're in jail for life. Just stuff like that. But this is regarding for youth. And so our youth do not need to be locked up. They need to be mentored. They need to be guided in the right direction. And with all the different disparities that this pandemic has shown a light on, this is our opportunity to say, hey, California, let's scoop our youth up and be able to provide more care by distributing funds in individual counties where it's probably needed most, versus California taking on so much of the youth. I think it's just being more directed to the different counties, and funds will be dispersed there, versus California having a big fund and trying to reach the different communities. Next, this is a biggie as well. The death penalty cannot be sought against a defendant if health experts find evidence of an intellectual disability that began early stages of brain development. So, this means if you are in jail and you have the death penalty hanging over you, if you are found to possibly have ADHD or autism or schizophrenia. I'm not really sure, and I'm not a psychologist, so the different things or challenges that could have happened at brain development. Those kind of things, you cannot. They cannot seek the death penalty if they find out that there was a brain development disability or challenge. Now, moving on, former prisoners who have worked as firefighters, this is big, through a prison fire camp can petition to have their records expunged and parole waived. I don't know if you know about California, but California has a lot of wildfires, and I'm sure a lot of these camps had to go and fight. This means that they put their life on the line to be able to protect others. I'm sure this is some type of program so you for people with probably less offensive charges to be able to establish and get themselves back into a routine while developing a career and saving lives. So I think this is a great program to be able to give others opportunities when they have saved others' lives, and to get their record expunged and be able to get back into the workforce like they've shown. So I like that one. Next, we have an emergency or a law enforcement responder who takes photos of dead people for any reason other than the investigation will be charged with a misdemeanor. Now, going back to the misdemeanor, there's a maximum of 1 year. So, you know, this law came in after the Los Angeles County Sheriff deputies was criticized for taking photos of the helicopter crash from the Lakers star Kobe Bryant. And so, of course, that was a tragedy. Everybody pretty much loved Kobe Bryant and was so sad when we heard of the accident. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, and R.I.P. his daughter, and the many families of the tragic accidents and the tragic accidents that happen like this all the time. Prayers to many families. But I think this is just about accountability. People have jobs in different positions, and you have to be able to hold your certain decorum so that way you can continue to do a job. Those pictures that were leaked, that actually is creating a leakage within the investigation. And so for me, that's not taking accountability and being inconsiderate of the family, as well as inconsiderate of your position, to be able to have that accountability for people to know that people are taking their job seriously and doing what they need to do to be able to trust in within the government and the cities and whatever different government positions there are. Moving forward, inmates in California prisons must classify their gender to be determined when they're taken into custody. So they're classified, but what their gender was. It says classified by their gender identity. So however their identity is, they have to be classified as such. I'm not really familiar on the direct terms in the LGBTQ community. So what I'm gonna guess is that if you consider yourself a trans male, then you would be taken to a male facility, and if you're considered still a woman, then you would be identified as that. And to be determined when taken. Oh, okay, so they're just wanting to get your gender identity, so that way they can probably better assess where to put you in the population that they have, which is overwhelming. So moving forward, women held in jail or prison who are pregnant and believe they might be pregnant must have access to pregnancy tests and other pregnancy-related services. Meaning, if you're in jail and you were pregnant prior, or you became pregnant in jail, because you know that happens a lot, then you have a right to have pregnancy tests and to have pregnancy services, which includes vitamins, routine checkups, and different things that come with pregnancy. If you want more information about criminal justice laws that have changed, go to ca.gov. You can always go to amyrashawn.com. These things will be posted up to my site by the end of the week. Check out ivoresourcesllc.com. And I want you guys to know that change is needed. Change is needed, and we need it from you. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great day, and
Peace.
I'm out.